Hello, and I'd like to welcome you all once again to the old schoolhouse here in the village of Butterstone on a pretty stormy night. The rain, you can hear it rattling on the roof. For this, our 42nd live broadcast. And I hope you've all been looking after each other, and things are beginning to ease up a wee bit up here now. I'll just explain a bit for anybody who's just joined us. This is we're actually broadcasting from the old village school. Butterstone's a wee village of about 10 houses in a wee valley between the town of Blairgowrie and Dunkeld. And this was the wee village school. It was a wee church on a Sunday, and it was used for educating the kids, built in 1870. And this is where I went to school when I started school here. And my dad went to school here in the 1930s. And then I was luckily be able to buy it in the teacher's house, and I've had my recording studio here for the last 40 odd years. So, and every record I've made has been made in here. So it's been brilliant to do these wee shows from here. And so for the first 30 shows, I kind of did a no repeating myself thing and did something like 100 and odd songs. But for these last ones, for Series 3, I've been taking kind of requests, and then putting them all in Duncan's hat and picking them out. And so this is the 4 that we picked out for tonight. And so I'll just start off, and we'll see how we get on. And try and treat this like a proper little concert, and keep it a wee bit informal as well. So we'll see how we get on. All eyes are empty, they hide the heavy heart. Who'll fix the broken dream before it falls apart? And all things equal, to whom it may concern, the child will lose the place in time. Hide away, don't hide away. It's just the price we have to pay when nothing seems too clear. It's so close but never near. Hide away, don't hide away. So many foolish things they say from the place we started from. Things equal, it's useless to ignore the well-known stranger who is waiting at your door. We stand in silence, oh how could we be here, standing in the shadow light with nothing to hide away, don't hide away. It's just the price we have to pay when nothing seems too clear. It's so close but never near. Hide away, don't hide away. So many foolish things they say from the place we started from. Resolution. And all things equal, to whom it may concern. The soldier leaves his post, the jury will adjourn. No faults forgotten, and old fools won't repent. As around their jaded words they loiter with intent. Hide away, don't hide away. It's just the price we have to pay when nothing seems too clear. It's so close but never near. Hide away, don't hide away. So many foolish things they say from the place we started from to resolution. Hide away, don't hide away. It's just the price we have to pay when nothing seems too clear. It's so close but never near. Hide away, don't hide away. So many foolish things they say from the place we started from to resolution. Thank you very much, and that's my wee song, Resolution, with the wonderful accompaniment of my band here, the Tatty Faces, who have actually they've been trying to get paid now. They've been going. Look, we've done 20 shows they've done now, and they're trying to get wages, and I'm saying we don't. But anyway. So this next wee song, I've done these songs before, but I'll explain them again for people who might have just joined. I started living here, and then I moved about 4 miles. My family moved about 4 miles over to a place called Sniggle when I was my kind of early teens, and. This song came out of, when we were in our teens, country kids, we always worked on the farms and worked on the fields in the summer holidays and things and that. And one of the things I realised later on, that because I spent a lot of time with lots of old rural folk, the kind of old farmers and farmers' wives and the people that worked on the farms, and they're very simple folk, but you realise that once you get much older, that these are the people that kind of build the stepping stones on which you spend the rest, the rest of your life, and their kind of knowledge and that kind of lovely kind of earthy ruralness is something that I've carried with me all my life. And so I wrote this song. It's called Stepping Stones. And before we do the song, I've just got to remember what guitar I had tuned for it now. I think it was this one. Was it this one? Stepping Stones. Yeah, that was that one here. And so before I do the song, I'll just share a couple of things with you, because when I lived over there, one of the records I made, one of the very early records I made, I actually called it Sniggle, and I was working for an English record company, and they brought a kind of mobile kind of studio thing up to my mum and dad's house, and I was, just in my early 20s, and we used one of the rooms in their house to record the record, and it was a guy called Nigel Pegram who used to be who was the drummer with Steel Ice Band, and it was his record company, and I've got a copy of it here, and it was called Sniggle, and but the reason that I've brought this on is because on the back cover there's a picture of me. I'll hold it up to the camera, and you might be able to see it. There's a line in the song which is a Sniggle Woods, it's called, but you maybe just see that there's the big old tree there, And look at that jumper on, that jersey I've got on. It was called an Edinburgh Stripey. They were quite fashionable at the time. It was actually all kind of rainbows, and look at the set of wellies on the man. Great, and I will draw attention to the length of my hair. Actually, it's getting that way again after the lockdown. I've never been near a barber for 3 months, 4 months. So anyway, but so there's a line in it in this song about the Sniggle Woods, and I thought, well, I'll during the week I rode my bike over and did a wee bit of filming actually in the Sniggle Woods, and. It's a kind of thing that I love doing. I'm actually going to do more of these wee kind of visits, where you just go and but I took my bike. I've been getting geared up to do more of these things because I've got my bike and my trailer and my old Land Rover all kind of kitted up. So, but I thought I would play this wee video that I made, which will give you a wee sense of feeling. Hopefully, technically, this will all work, but this will maybe give you a sense of the Sniggle Woods. Well, here I am in the Sniggle Woods. This is a place I spent a lot of time as a boy, and it was a magical place to kind of grow up. And this is the tree where I carved my name in 1967 when I was 13 years old, and it's still there. It's pretty amazing. In fact, one of my early albums, Sniggle, the cover photograph was filmed here. It's wonderful that it survived. This is one of the things I remember about being a kid here. It was the beech nuts. They're everywhere. The whole ground is covered with them. I mean, these are big beech trees, and I still have a fantastic memory of these beech nuts. So that was my wee trip to Sniggle Woods, to the big tree. Well, what's fascinating is that somebody's cleaned it all up. Somebody's taken all the moss from round about it and they cleaned it all up, which was great. But I love that kind of stuff. And so I wrote this song. It's called Stepping Stones, and we'll have a wee go at it now. Much time has gone since we worked out in these open fields with the hopes of generations pooled around us and the strength much has been done since we ran around the Sniggle Woods, never knowing where our gentle lights might lead us, and if indeed it could. Oh, but we do not stand. I know we stand with all the others out in the deep unknown. I know we stand upon their stepping stones. simple souls, guarded round us as we worldly grew. Nothing greater than what working days had shown them. They gave us all they knew, and though their dreams were small, oh, their true and rural hearts were strong, and with an honest smile that burns from somewhere distant, they helped us all along. Oh, and we do not stand alone. I know we stand with all the others out in the deep unknown. I know we stand upon their stepping stones. And in these silent hours, when reflection lays our journey down, and we think on all departed conversations, it's such an earthly sound. Oh, and we do not stand alone. I know we stand with all the others out in the deep unknown. I know we stand with all the others out in the deep unknown. I know we stand with all the others out in the deep unknown. I know we stand upon their stepping stones. Thank you very much. And that was my song, Stepping Stones, about the people that I grew up with, and their lovely, simple rural knowledge, which I'm so indebted to them for passing on to me. And I hope you liked my little video. It was great fun doing them. And now you may have noticed my little trailer, but that's where I carry all my cameras and things. And it would only be possible because I have an e-bike, because the e-bike can pull the trailer. In fact, on my way over there, there's a really steep hill, and there was somebody cycling up the hill in a normal bike, and I was in kind of overdrive on my e-bike with the trailer, and I overtook them. You could see them looking at me going, how is he managing to ride that bike and pull that trailer all the way up that hill? Anyway, it was great fun. So I am going to do this wee song now, and this is where I do a chorus song on these wee shows. And grab my wee tenor. And this is not a song that I would normally do as a chorus song, but things have been, interesting over the last wee while doing these shows that I've done things that I probably wouldn't normally do, and it's been great, actually. And this is one of the songs off the new record, and the most recent record. And a few years ago, I just got so kind of disillusioned by things that I had decided to kind of. It was quite prophetic, actually. I decided that I was just going to hide in my garden, behind my garden wall, and just kind of let the world sort of rattle on around me. And then, of course, a year later, that's exactly what we all had to do. But the chorus of this is, it's not easy, but it's. I know that you guys are You guys are kind of good now. You've been doing this. You've been singing with me for the last 4 months. So you sing, I'll disappear over the garden wall. Everything's clear. It's actually, I'll disappear over the garden wall. Everything's clear over the garden wall. The sun shines brightly each and every day. It chases my troubles away. Okay. I might do the chorus a couple of times before I sing the song, just so that you know. And the Tally Faces have promised me some 4-part harmony here, so we'll see what happens. You right, guys? Here's the chorus. I'll disappear over the garden wall. Everything's clear over the garden wall. The sun shines brightly each and every day. It chases my troubles away. That's what you sing. I'll disappear over the garden wall. Everything's clear over the garden wall. And the sun shines brightly each and every day. It chases my troubles away. You've got it now. How did it come to this? They broke every rule. Now it's everyone's failure and everyone's fool. How could it all so fast come tumbling down? Now it's everyone's failure and everyone's clown. Let me make myself clear. I'll disappear over the garden wall. Everything's clear over the garden wall. The sun shines brightly each and every day. It chases my troubles away. We said that we'd overcome the guilt and the fear. Oh, and sister and brother would hold each other near. This land would be yours, and oh, this land would be mine. But these dreams scattered empty and twisted in time. Let me make myself clear. I'll disappear over disappear. That sounded fantastic. I can tell. Okay, so we'll do it again with harmonies and things. Because you're doing really good now. This singing in front of your laptop is a good thing. Here we go. I'll disappear. Well done, and that was my wee song Over the Garden Wall. And may I say your singing was very good tonight, and it was. I can feel the vibe here in Butterstone. It's kind of. I'm getting an instinct for it now. I've done that, mate. I've done that many of these shows now that I'm getting a kind of thing happens when I know that you're all singing. Anyway, that brings us to the last little song of the evening, and where's the guitar? Where's the guitar? This guitar here. And so for the guitar players that are out there, I use lots of different tunings, even just simple changes to the tunings. But it's not, I'm lucky I have a few guitars, so I can set them in the different tunings, and it saves me having to bore you all with all that sort of stuff. This wee song's called "Family of the Mountains," and it came actually after my family all come from. My dad and mum and them all come from the west coast of Scotland, up around Tynalt and Kilcrennan, actually. And before that, my father's family all came from the island of Mull. And so there's a lot of families settled around Argyllshire, you know. And this wee song came out of, I did a show in Tarbert. It was, and my auntie Etty, who was one of my mother's sisters, her and her husband had a croft, and had a wee sort of croft kind of thing, and my earliest memories of her was I used to go up and visit them, and she'd say things like, "Do you want a glass of milk?" And I go, "Oh yeah, I'd like a glass of milk." She'd take you out to the byre where the cow was and milk the cow straight into the mug, you know, and it'd be warm and frothy, and it was, but she came to and I'm still in contact with my cousins. They were great folk, and but she was a wonderful woman, and she just didn't she was just so kind of down to earth. And she came to one of my concerts. I think she'd just come off the croft from feeding the cow, I think, because she had the welly boots on and the old gabardine waterproof, but you know, it wasn't Gore-Tex. It was kind of like, you know, the you know, gabardine kind of thing. And she was great, and she was at the show. And so, but these are the kind of salt of the earth folk, you know. And the west coast of Scotland, it's been kind of like, there was a lot of tourism and things like that. A lot of people made a lot of money up there, you know. But it never really kind of touched anybody like my Auntie Etty or their family. And so the song came from that, and we'll have a wee go at it now. Change crashes down around my family of the mountains. Newer ways have come. People talk about things they could never know. And as the old ones look around at what's been left for them, they see the land they gently touched. It's tethered now to the rich man's misery. And let them be. You see they're running scared. Let them be. Now you've taken what they shared. Their lives have been broken enough and cannot be repaired. Prosperity has come, but not for my family of the mountains. The quiet and gentle ones, they had no ambition fired by greed. And as the old ones look around at what's been left for them, they see the land they gently touched. It's tethered now to the rich man's misery. And let them be. You see they're running scared. Let them be. Now you've taken what they shared. Their lives have been broken enough and cannot be repaired. Time passes on, and so does my family of the mountains. The older ways have gone. People search for a past that was always there. And as the old ones look around at what's been left for them, they see the land they gently touched. It's tethered now to the rich man's misery. And let them be. You see they're running scared. Let them be. Now you've taken what they shared. Their lives have been broken enough and cannot be repaired. Let them be. Now you've taken what they shared. Let them be. Now you've taken what they shared. Their lives have been broken enough and cannot be repaired. Thank you very much, and that was my wee tune, Family of the Mountains, for my wonderful West Coast family. And that brings us to the end of this wee Saturday night wee concert, number 42. Can you believe it? I mean, it's just kind of, it's just flown past, hasn't it? And but anyway, so that brings us to the end, and this is where I get a chance to have my wee glass of port, so this is, and it's also the point when I like to kind of thank all the people from all the NHS people and all the helpers and everybody who's been keeping things going while we've all been in lockdown, and everybody must be getting exhausted by now. I mean, I really, all these wonderful folk that are at the front end. Anyway, I hope you all taking care of each other, being careful, and particularly here in the UK where everything's kind of getting untangled a little bit, but we don't want to be too silly, about it all. So we'll just take it a little bit at a time, and we'll all be all right. So thank you very much for tuning in. Thanks to Jenny for pressing the buttons up there, and Julia and Taj and Jamie and Tanya and the wee boys that are all kind of helping out, kind of monitoring the process here. I'm trying to make some plans of how I will continue this in the future, and I'll let you all know what I decide. But at the moment, we're doing these once a week on a Saturday night, and so I'll see you next Saturday, and you look after yourselves. Thanks to the Mr. Tatty Face family here who. Do you think I should pay them? I don't know. I mean, maybe you can put a wee comment on my Facebook page and but if you're watching from somewhere exotic, or that was what I was going to do before I finished. I've got an incredible number of people watching from amazing places and I looked at the Facebook comments the other day there, and just since last Saturday, there's somebody watching, some people watching in Ecuador, in Morocco, in Iceland, in Madeira, in Sri Lanka. Now, I don't know that somebody's watching in Sri Lanka. Isn't that amazing that me doing my little broadcast from this little old village school and somebody in Sri Lanka is watching it? And then we have the usual kind of Australia, New Zealand, Denmark, Norway, Italy, France, Spain, Brazil, Argentina. And we have a viewer who's watching from Vietnam every show. So hello. I can't imagine that there's thousands of people in Vietnam watching. But say hello to you anyway, and well done. We'll see you next Saturday, and you all take care of yourselves. I'm Eichava, and stay cheery, and I'll see you then. Bye bye now.